Jungleland is a 2019 American drama film directed by Max Winkler and written by Theodore B. Bressman, David Branson Smith, and Winkler. The film stars Charlie Hunnam, Jack O'Connell, Jessica Barden, Jonathan Mayers, John Cullum, and Nick Mullen. It premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 12, 2019. It was released in limited release on November 6, 2020, followed by a video on demand on November 10, 2020 by Vertical Entertainment. Two brothers, Walter Lyon Kaminsky, a talented former professional boxer, and his brother, Stanley Kaminsky, an ex-con and Lyon's idealistic manager, work menial jobs in a sewing factory. At night, the pair participate in underground boxing matches, squatting in a dilapidated house in the slums of Fall River, Massachusetts, with their greyhound, Ash. Stanley owes $2,000 to a local gangster called Pepper, and now in order to pay it off, Pepper allows the money to ride on Lyon for their next fight. This, however, doesn't go to plan, and in order to raise the money, they are offered to drive a girl named Sky to Reno, Nevada, and pay off their debt by having Lyon compete in an underground prize fight called Jungleland in San Francisco, Chinatown. Principal photography in the film began on August 27, 2018 in Taunton, Fall River, and New Bedford, Massachusetts, Pawtucket and Rhode Island, Buffalo, New York, Gary, Indiana, Reno, Nevada, and San Francisco, California. Jungleland is also the name of a Bruce Springsteen song, which was inspiration for the name of the film. The movie, however, features a song by him called Dream, Baby, Dream. Now, this was a surprisingly good film, fundamentally about two brothers trying to escape their circumstances who find a way to survive by one of them partaking in no-holds-barred boxing, a cruel and underground form of fighting where people illegally place major bets as they relish in the barbaric brutality and violence of two men effectively killing each other. Now, this really isn't a sports drama. Rather, this is a drama about two brothers on the wrong side of the tracks trying to survive and find a way. Charlie Hunnam is incredible here as the older brother, Stanley, and once again, Charlie shows his incredible versatility as an actor as he taps into the complicated role of the older protector brother who also has a checkered past and is fundamentally a con man who's actually got his younger brother into the debt with him. On the other hand, we have another stellar performance here from Jack O'Connell, the more introspective and sensitive of the two brothers, who fundamentally talks with his fists. It's another deep and layered performance by Jack, who continues to impress me with his versatility in his acting choices. Jessica Barden is also good here as Sky, but the character somewhat reminds me of her most famous role, namely playing Alicia in the show The End of the Fucking World. Here, once again, she's an enigmatic, lost young woman who joins these two misfit brothers as a way to help them pay off their debts. Of course, she now develops a closer relationship with the younger brother, namely Walter, and the chemistry between Jack O'Connell and Jessica is very well played on film. She too has a checkered past as we now start to learn about why she is with them and where she comes from. And in many ways, she slowly wedges herself between the two brothers, as I said, forming a close relationship with Walter, which of course aggravates Stanley as she starts to question Stanley's motivations. Now, thanks to the muscular work here from director-co-writer Max Winkler and his lead stars, Jungleland punches way above its weight in what can be a crowded genre of the fighting stereotype movie. This film, though, like I said, is more about these interpersonal relationships between these three main characters, with fighting sort of forming as the backdrop to the overall arc. This film certainly doesn't play into the usual fighting cliches, and rather acts as a tragic tale, fundamentally about two men trying to find their way in the world, but going about it the wrong way, digging themselves deeper and deeper into their respective holes due to being victims of their circumstances. Each character is actually quite tragic when you look at their backstories and why they've ended up in this particular spot in their life. And it's wonderful to see the interaction between the two brothers and how slowly but surely Stanley and Walter go different ways in their opinions, and also now adding the extra element of Sky to the trio and how she fits in. And of course, three becomes a crowd. This is a thought-provoking movie with some great acting, well-directed and very hard-hitting. Jungleland gets an 8.5 out of 10.